We are absolutely winning right now. Absolutely. We have done more than change the conversation. We changed the balance of power in the federal government.
Somebody had to do it. I am the chosen one. Somebody had to do it.
Hoes mad, hoes mad, hoes mad, hoes mad, hoes mad, hoes mad.
This is about targeting women of color in the United States of America. Don't tell me, because I didn't get a single apology.
Time has expired.
My life was threatened. Thank you.
Hoes mad, hoes mad, hoes mad, hoes mad, hoes mad, hoes mad, hoes mad.
Mark my words. Mark my words.
Don't wanna see the morning sun.
So be.
Just be us. I be hating niggas, man.
What is good? What is good? The government is shut down and the hoes are mad. What is best in life? Trust your enemies. You can hear the lamentations of their women. Shout out to everybody in the audience. Hit that like button. I'm not even going to build this up a whole lot. We all know why we're here tonight. Let the meme cannons fire. God damn, I love the internet. This is the best part of what I do. Is just watching all the meme cannons exchange fire. It is glorious. It is epic. It is amazing. And that's what we're going to get into tonight. I'm not even going to make you wait for it. I got so much to talk about. We got so much to show you guys, and the memery is epic. Every time we come back to this, the memery just gets better and better and better, and god damn it. Right out the gate, I want to say this, man. As an American, it is our solemn duty. It is our sworn oath. It is our burden as an American to be the Americans that the fucking Japanese think we are.
We
all have to be this amazing. Collectively. We can do this amazing, and we cannot let them down. We are so fucking awesome today. And we cannot disappoint them. We have to be awesome. Even the black guys. We all have to be awesome, amazing Americans. The Japanese demanded of us. Look at this. Look at how they look at us. They're pushing us to be as great as we can be. As an American, we have to be the great Americans that the Japanese think we are. This is how it manifests destiny, to be the Americans that the Japanese want us to be. The world needs the Japanese version of America.
No breaks, just me.
No breaks, just me.
Just fine. この島のエンジンちょっと静かにしとこうか Just have the crowd decide. Go, go, green, go. Go, go, go. 拳を上げろ Boom, boom, boom. Go, 敵を笑え Zoom, zoom. Go, go. Fake も truth も break the rules. Go, go, go. Say it loud, I never lose. Go, go. Say it loud, I never lose. Say it loud, I never lose.
Even the Russians, all right? Even Russia. You guys got to be the Russians that the Japanese believe you are, all right? We all have to be a little bit more epic. We all have to be a little bit more amazing, okay? The Japanese believe in us, and I believe in them. We have to do it together.
Say it loud, I never lose. Na 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 na. Say my name. Na 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 na. Golden Card.
Yes.
Go.
Golden Trump. That's what they're calling it. It's the Golden Trump era. We are all blessed to be living in the Golden Trump era. God, the memes just won't stop. The meme cannons are firing and life is good again.
Let's talk about the fact that President Trump incited an erection.
His various cases of, he's got charges of inciting an erection.
Donald John Trump incited the erection.
They didn't like Donald Trump. They said he participated in an erection.
Let's talk about the fact that President Trump incited an erection.
His various cases of, he's got charges of inciting an erection.
Donald John Trump incited the erection.
They didn't like Donald Trump.
So you get the message, don't you? But this round of meme warfare actually got kicked off because the government shutdown was approaching, and the Democrats, they want to hold the government hostage so they can pay for like healthcare for illegal immigrants and all that. And I've been calling out the the black vote, the black Democrats for a while now. Because I don't believe I should have to learn his Spanish just to be a part of the Black Caucus, but you know.
Look, guys, there's no way to sugarcoat it. Nobody likes Democrats anymore. We have no voters left because of all of our woke trans bullshit. Not even black people want to vote for us anymore. Even Latinos hate us. So we need new voters. And if we give all these illegal aliens free health care, we might be able to get them on our side so they can vote for us. They can't even speak English, so they won't realize we're just a bunch of woke pieces of shit, you know, at least for a while until they learn English and they realize they hate us too. Look, guys.
Yeah, this is the official Donald Trump account. Shot across the bow. He was not playing around. He's dead real about this meme game. And the Democrats have a hard time keeping up with returning fire in the meme fight. They just can't really. They don't have swag right now. It's terrible what happened to the Democrats.
There's no way to sugarcoat it. Nobody likes Democrats anymore. We have no voters left because of all of our woke trans bullshit. Not even black people want to vote for us anymore. Even Latinos hate us. So we need new voters. And if we give all these illegal aliens free health care, we might be able to get them on our side so they can vote for us. They can't even speak English, so they won't realize we're just a bunch of woke pieces of shit, you know, at least for a while until they learn English and they realize they hate us too.
Donald Trump calling Chuck Schumer a woke piece of shit on his official account. Chef kiss. Chef's kiss. And it gets better. It gets a bit better because he doubled down on it after that. Because, you know, Dollar Store Obama here, he runs to the cable news to cry about being bullied.
It's a disgusting video, and we're going to continue to make clear bigotry will get you nowhere. We are fighting to protect the health care of the American people in the face of an unprecedented Republican assault. It's a disgusting video, and we're going to continue to make clear bigotry will get you nowhere. We are fighting to protect the health care of the American people in the.
Hey, Enigma, we actually covered the meme. I don't have it queued up right now, but we definitely played that meme like a week ago when the White House put it out. Gotta Catch 'Em All was dope. That was epic. That was peak Trump trolling right there. And a shout out to Dick Dog with the 5 ball. I did just now pull up that email. We'll get to that in a little bit. It's kind of off, a little bit off the mark right now for the night's topic, but we're gonna pull that up in a minute. Shout out to Dick Dog with the 5 ball. Check your email. That video shows how blacks only focus on race and not character. Yeah, I think I've done a great job in pointing out how that is true.
But does anyone see that? No. Does anyone care about that? No. All they see is an aggressive black girl talking.
Shout out to Dick Dog. We're going to pull that up in a minute. Hit that like button, guys. We are just getting into it tonight. So the government is shut down. Trump has plans for what he will do with this government shutdown. And it's only getting worse. The memes, oh my God, the memes. I'm not even getting into the heart of the matter yet. It's almost not even important why they shut the government down. I hope he fires. I think if it goes another 16 days, Trump gets to fire like 700,000 people. And I'm kind of for that.
I am not even Mexican. I don't know why President Trump keeps saying that shit. He needs to say it to my face, Holmes. And while we're at it, I'm getting really tired of all that Dollar Store Obama shit. It's getting old, homie. My name is not Dollar Store Obama. Okay, pendejo? Órale! Arriba! Arriba! I am not even Mexican. I don't know why President Trump keeps saying that shit. He needs to say it to my face, Holmes. And while we're at it, I'm getting really tired of all that Dollar Store Obama shit. It's getting old, homie. My name is not Dollar Store Obama. Okay, pendejo? Órale! Arriba! Arriba!
God, they are so butthurt right now. They are so butthurt right now. And what's worse, right? What's worse than being mocked by the Trump administration is actually being laughed at by the rest of the country. Almost nobody is on the Democrat side right now. Their approval is at historic all-time lows. I think it's approaching the negatives.
What do you make of Donald Trump's Truth Social posts about focusing on Hakeem Jeffries and attempting to lampoon him is maybe the word to put it. There it is on his Truth Social post, and a new one featuring Hakeem Jeffries from last night went up as well.
Well, I called Hakeem Jeffries last night and I left him a voicemail, and I wanted to know where he got the sombrero from because I wanted to buy one too because I thought he looked good in it, and I didn't know he could grow a mustache that quickly, but I thought he looked real good in that mustache.
Do you think the
you got it on TV right now? I asked Hakeem Jeffries, where did you get that hat? Because I want to go buy one. Please give me a call back. But see, that's the problem.
Do you think videos like that help in this process here in the negotiations?
Help the process? No, it's just a joke. See, nobody can take a joke no more. This country is so evil in so many ways that nobody can take a joke anymore. You do not think that is funny? A mariachi band, Trump playing all those instruments, and Hakeem Jeffries. That is funny. Come on.
That's Kevin in Gainesville, Florida, taking your phone call.
We really do need a national chuckle. You know, we got to learn to laugh as a country. This is why I like to do comedy a little bit. I like to crack jokes. I like to play funny things and all that because, you know, shit is deadly serious out here. People getting shot in the neck and all that. It's crazy out here. Need a reason to laugh. But the Democrats, they're weird about making jokes and stuff. They try to get in on the meme game too, and it doesn't really land the way they want it to. But this is Democrat memery.
If you're flying today, I hope, of course, you arrive safely and on time, but you may not arrive on time because the TSA and the air traffic controllers are not getting paid today. Our military is not getting paid today, starting today. And obviously, the longer this drags on, the worse that it is for the American people. If you're flying today, I hope, of course, you arrive safely and on time.
And you know, left-wing memes are like weird autistic inside jokes that only you and your pet albino hamster really understand. Like nobody really understands the point of the left-wing jokes and shit. Like there's something about JD Vance and a couch thing going around. It's really weird, bizarre kind of shit. But maybe you have to be like a weird, bizarre liberal person to laugh at that kind of stuff. Oh, you know what? And at the same time, the Minister of War, I don't like calling him a secretary. If we're going to call it the Department of War doesn't need a secretary. We need a minister. We need a Minister of War. And Pete Hegseth, the Minister of War, he went and he said he talked really mean to the generals the other day. Did you hear about that?
Holy Jesus. What is that? What the fuck is that? What is that, General Pyle?
Sir, jelly donut, sir!
A jelly donut?
Sir, yes, sir!
How did
Bizarre?
it get here?
Field Marshal? Yeah, we need a Field Marshal. I think Field Marshal might be a little bit on the nose. But yeah, the Minister of War, he kind of made the generals cry the other day.
Holy Jesus. What is that? What the fuck is that? What is that, General Pyle?
Sir, jelly donut, sir!
A jelly donut?
Sir, yes, sir!
How did it get here? Holy Jesus.
It all starts with physical fitness and appearance. If the Secretary of War can do regular hard PT, So can every member of our joint force. Frankly, it's tiring to look out at combat formations, or really any formation, and see fat troops. Likewise, it's completely unacceptable to see fat generals and admirals in the halls of the Pentagon and leading commands around the country and the world. It's a bad look. It is bad, and it's not who we are. So whether you're an airborne ranger or a chairborne ranger, a brand new private or a 4-star general, you need to meet the height and weight standards and pass your PT test. And as the chairman said, yes, there is no PT test. But today, at my direction, every member of the joint force at every rank is required to take a PT test twice a year, as well as meet height and weight requirements twice a year, every year of service. Also today, at my direction, every warrior across our joint force is required to do PT every duty day. Should be common sense. I mean, most units do that already, but we're codifying it. And we're not talking like hot yoga and stretching. Real hard PT, either as a unit or as an individual. At every level, from the Joint Chiefs to everyone in this room to the youngest private, leaders set the standard. And so many of you do this already. Active, Guard, and Reserve. This also means grooming standards. No more beards, long hair, superficial individual expression. We're going to cut our hair, shave our beards, and adhere to standards. Because it's like the broken windows theory of policing. It's like when you let the small stuff go, the big stuff eventually goes. So you have to address the small stuff. This is on duty, in the field, and in the rear. If you want a beard, you can join Special Forces. If not, then shave. We don't have a military full of Nordic pagans. But unfortunately, we have had leaders who either refuse to call BS and enforce standards, or leaders who felt like they were not allowed to enforce standards. Both are unacceptable. And that's why today, at my direction, the era of unprofessional appearance is over. No more beardos.
And so, the Democrats understand that they have to attempt to keep up in the new digital media landscape. They have to put out competent media to compete with not just the White House itself, but the general meme war that is already, it's everlasting. It goes on no matter what's happening in the White House. And it's literally just troons lurking in the hallway. The Democrat media, it literally starts out with a troon lurking in the hallway, just like, waiting to jump out at you.
We're barreling towards a shutdown. All my Democratic colleagues are here. I'm going to go search for my Republican colleagues. Republicans, y'all know there's a government shutdown. Republicans, anyone here?
Being hunted by a troon. That's Democrat meme warfare. We're going to send troons to hunt you down. Are you going to look in the bathroom? If the troon on a hunt in the bathroom, troon hunt, bathroom level.
Is Mike Johnson in here? Let's see if some Republicans are in here. Are there any Republicans in here?
The troon is literally hunting for Republicans. This feels like, hey, Benjamin, get the strap, bro. Nigga really hunting, he really hunting people down. He's like going from room to room, just trooning from room to room. He trooned across the congressional halls transgenderly.
Hello, Republicans. No Republicans here. They left a mess and left town.
Damn. Nigga done went mobile with the troon hunt. It is crazy. The troons are mobile now. They got drivers, have little golf cart mobile thingies. That shit does like 14 miles per hour. You can't outrun that Troon. There's no way you can outrun a mobile Troon.
No Republicans on the train. Republicans. Have you seen any Republicans? Are any Republicans here?
We're all being hunted right now. You have to stay very, very quiet. The Troon's hunt by sound.
Hello, Republicans. Does anyone know how to fix this thing? Hello? 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 Hi, Democratic colleague. Hi, Democratic colleague. Max, I'm looking for Republicans. Have you seen any?
I have been looking too. They're
Notice how the weird brown dude totally comfortable on the Troon hunt. I bet the Troon hunted him already. He liked being hunted by the Troon. A little game they play.
nowhere to be found.
Have you guys seen any Republicans? No. I don't know where they are. Are any of you Republicans? No, just tourists.
Did I hear a smoke detector go off just now? What was that?
We're 12 hours away from a government shutdown, and Republicans are nowhere to be seen. They're not serious about keeping this government open. We're here ready to do the work.
You chased them out of town. Somebody heard there was a giant Troon hunting all over Congress, and they were like, you know what? Not today, buddy. Listen, if somebody told me that you were trooning across the halls just looking for me, I'd probably go to a different place that day. If somebody gave me the heads up, I'd be like, all right, good looking, homie. I'm all right. I ain't even going to show up there. I'm going to wait till y'all work that out. Somebody got to flush the hallways out.
They make up 13% of the population, but commit 50% of the crime.
That word, I call it the N word. There are two N words, and you can't use either of them. You can't use either of them.
Oh my God. We were arguing about crime stats last night. This is totally non sequitur, but you realize this motherfucker last night had a goddamn degree. He had a mathematics degree. I'm like, there's no way you must have a degree in math. You got one of them MAFF degrees, bro. There's no way you actually have a degree in mathematics, bro. Nigga up there crying about per capita and shit last night. Oh my God. It was just too much. Unbelievable. I can't believe some people
Make up 13% of the population, but commit 50% of the crime.
That word, I call it the N word. There are two N words, and you can't use either of them. You can't use either of them.
Yeah, we got the best president ever, I swear. He's just easily memeable. Donald Trump really is like, he low-key like the bane of politics. Like, he just throws out quotables without even trying.
Take control. Take control of your city.
Music break. Smash that like button, y'all.
Now their time has come. Here the power's gone. Rustford is the reaper. He wields a pen, a thumbs and a brain. Here comes the reaper. Tend to your babies. Comes the reaper. Gonna tie your hands. Here comes the reaper. Won't be able to fly. Here comes the reaper. Baby, end your plan. Blah, 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 blah,
They just don't stop, bro. The memes just won't stop. The hits keep coming. Even when they're not making memes, they're doing meme type shit. This is her name, Carolyn Levitt, leaving a recorded message on the White House comment line. So when you call the White House and nobody picks up, this is what you hear.
Thank you for calling the White House comment line.
Hello, America. This is White House Press Secretary Caroline Levitt. Democrats in Congress have shut down the federal government because they care more about funding health care for illegal immigrants than they care about serving you, the American people. Until Democrats vote for the clean, Republican-backed continuing resolution to reopen the government, the White House is unable to answer your call or respond to your questions. We look forward to hearing from you again very soon. And in the meantime, please know President Trump will never stop fighting for you. Thank you, and God bless you.
The sombrero thing, I mean, Hakeem Jeffries said it was racist, and I know that he said that, and I honestly don't even know what that means. Like,
How is putting Hakeem Jeffries in a sombrero and then putting a mariachi band behind him racism? How is this racism? And nowadays they call everything racism anyway. That's why everybody's a racist now. Nobody gives a shit anymore. All of my best friends are racist now. All of my niggas HH. Everything is upside down. Shout out to Carmen with the $9.99 US. Smash that super chat button for me, y'all. Be like Carmen.
Hulk! Smash! Smash you! You make Hulk angry. You not like Hulk angry. Hulk no like fighting girls.
is he a Mexican American that is offended by having a sombrero meme? I mean, I saw one of the major TV stations put the meme up and then say, this is AI generated. And he had like the curly animated mustache too. It's like, do you really not realize the American people recognize that he did not actually come to the White House wearing a sombrero and a black curly animation mustache? Like,
Not only did we make memes and make him cry about the memes, now we're holding a press conference and making him cry at the press conference about the memes, all right? This is how you do it. You meme the government into shutting down, and then you make memes about the government shutting down. It's perfect. Brilliant execution. Flawless. It's 10 out of 10.
Give the country a little bit of credit. We're all trying to do a very important job for the American people. The President of the United States likes to have a little bit of fun when he's doing it, and I think that's okay. I'll take one more question. The sombrero thing, I mean...
So the president's been posting some images of Leader Jeffries and Senator Schumer.
I saw
recently. You've said that you're interested in good faith negotiations with these leaders, but what message does that send? Is it helpful just post pictures of Leader Jeffries in a sombrero if you're trying to have good faith talks with him?
Oh, I think it's funny. The president's joking, and we're having a good time. You can negotiate in good faith while also poking a little bit of fun at some of the absurdities of the Democrats' positions, and even.
Yes, we can negotiate in good faith and remind everybody that the Democrats are weird and gay and they want you to all be some type of new mestizo creature. Yay, diversity.
Just post pictures of Leader Jeffries in a sombrero if you're trying to have good faith talks with him.
Oh, I think it's funny. The president's joking, and we're having a good time. You can negotiate in good faith while also poking a little bit of fun at some of the absurdities of the Democrats' positions, and even, poking some fun at the absurdity of the Democrats themselves. I mean, I'll tell Hakeem Jeffries right now, I make this solemn promise to you that if you help us reopen the government, the sombrero memes will stop. And I talked to the President of the United States about that. Now,
if you stop being a bitch ass nigga the Mexican memes will stop, okay? That sounds like a perfectly reasonable deal to me. I think he should confer with his counsel and then accept the deal, agree to the terms. He will continue. He will cease to be. He will no longer behave as a bitch ass nigga, and then we'll stop doing Mexican memes about him. We'll send the mariachi band back home. They were getting deported anyway.
The president's been posting some images of Leader Jeffries and Senator Schumer.
I saw
recently. You've said that you're interested in good faith negotiations with these leaders, but what message does that send? Is it helpful just post pictures of Leader Jeffries in a sombrero if you're trying to have good faith talks with him?
Oh, I think it's funny. The president's joking and we're having a good time. You can negotiate in good faith while also poking a little bit of fun at some of the absurdities of the Democrats' positions, and even, poking some fun at the absurdity of the Democrats themselves. I mean, I'll tell Hakeem Jeffries right now, I make this solemn promise to you that if you help us reopen the government, the sombrero memes will stop. And I've talked to the president of the United States about that. Now,
so
Trump gave his word, okay? Trump a real ass nigga. Trump gave his word. You stop being a bitch ass nigga and we'll put the sombrero memes away. We'll find some other way to piss you off. We'll make you cry another way. But we'll put the sombreros away. All you got to do is stop being a bitch ass nigga. All right? Stop being a bitch ass nigga TikTok challenge. And 5, 4, 3.
Hemos capturado bien, baby. Say, hemos capturado bien, baby. Say,
And Mr. President, the next time you have something to say about me, don't cop out through a racist and fake AI video. When I'm back in the Oval Office, say it to my face.
I swear to God, Trump better have a sombrero in the White House already waiting. I want a sombrero on the Oval Office desk at all times in case Hakeem Jeffries shows up unannounced. There better be a sombrero waiting for him. Next time he show up, what you gonna do? You walk into the Oval Office, you and your boy Chuck. The hell you think Chuck gonna do? And he's gonna hand you a red "Make America Great Again" sombrero. And then there's going to be the White House press corps in there. It's going to be a photo op. And you're going to have to decide what to do as Trump is handing you a red "Make America Great Again" sombrero. How do you deal with that moment when Trump hands you a "Make America Great Again" sombrero? What are you going to do when the presidential troll comes for you?
Say it to my face. House Democrats. And Mr. President, the next time you have some...
He big mad, though. He is crazy mad. And I think, though, the Democrats know they're kind of back to the wall right now for a lot of reasons. And it's not even just because of Trump being all mean with his memes and stuff like that. They've been fucking up the money. They've really been messing up the money bad.
Wrapping up the day here at Capitol Hill, it looks like, unfortunately, I think the government is going to shut down. And a large part of that is the Democrats not happy with the Medicaid cuts that were made as part of the big, beautiful bill. And so I was talking to a few Republican members here, and I got to actually talk to Rand Paul. I actually was able to talk with him in the elevator about this issue. So I think the sticking point for Medicaid with the Democrats is, let's take California, for example. California has a high demographic of individuals that are not here legally. And prior to the expansion of healthcare for them, the hospitals were inundated with people they could not handle. And so when that expansion happened and immigrants who are here, undocumented immigrants that are here, were able to get insurance, all of a sudden, you then had this new kind of revenue stream that came in not only to the hospitals, but now to all these doctors and providers in California. So if this big, beautiful bill and the Medicaid mandates go into place, I think what will happen in California will be a catastrophe, because you'll have all of these individuals now that are not documented with no health insurance. So all of the providers that were making money off of this kind of like new economics in California are now not going to be making any money. And instead, these individuals that are undocumented are going to have to go to the hospital for treatment. And that's going to, instead of make the hospital money because they're covered by Medicaid, it's going to create a situation where now the hospitals are losing millions of dollars. So that is what I believe the sticking point is with Medicaid, with Democrats. It has to do with a situation in states like California where you have millions and millions of undocumented individuals. And if they lose insurance, not only will the providers now not make money and the hospitals are not making money, but their only course for them to get treatment is to go to the emergency room, because the hospitals absolutely have to treat anyone who goes to the ER. So now all of a sudden you're looking at a situation where the hospitals are losing billions of dollars instead of making billions of dollars by the Medicaid recipients. So that's where I think this is going. And that's kind of what I explained to Senator Rand Paul, is like, you can't look at this from a macro level. You have to look at what's happening in California to understand that Medicaid, if that goes away for the undocumented individuals in California, you're going to create a catastrophe for the hospital system.
I must break you. Trump is going to break California like Ivan Drago. And all the Democrats can do right now is cry about it. They don't have any way to stop what's coming, because they've built themselves up a giant castle in the sky now, and we're just going to shoot that shit down.
I am a Mexican, yes, I speak Spanish, but only when you're around so you can understand it. Yes, I like nachos dipped in Mexican salsa. Yo quiero Taco Bell until they shot my chihuahua. Hey, if you're Latino or Latina, then you're Mexican. If you're from Spain or Argentina, you're still Mexican. If you speak any Portuguese, you're still Mexican.
I told you 4 fucking years ago, they're all Mexican, all right? If you come across that goddamn border, you're a Mexican. I don't give a shit if you're from Honduras, if you're from Russia, if you're from Haiti, you're from Colombia, if you're from Alaska. I don't care. If you cross that goddamn Mexican border, you're a Mexican to me.
I am a Mexican, yes, I speak Spanish, but only when you're around so you can understand it. Yes, I like nachos dipped in Mexican salsa. Yo quiero Taco Bell until they shot my chihuahua. Hey, if you're Latino or Latina, then you're Mexican. If you're from Spain or Argentina, you're still Mexican. If you speak any Portuguese, you're still Mexican. And if your name is Louise, you're definitely Mexican. I can dance with 2 Moroccos in my hand. Used to play in the mariachi band. I can fit 20 cousins in the band, yeah. Feliz cumpleaños, where's my piñata? Oh, we swim here all the way from Puerto Rico. And yes, we are illegal. Oh, oh, we're just Mexican people. Oh, 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 with the law saw that my card wasn't green, so I panicked. Swam across the border at the speed of Hispanic. Oh, me, oh, 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 we're just Mexican people. Oh, 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 we're brown people.
So you said erratic, and I believe you used the word unhinged the other day.
I did.
Are you trying to draw a line between President Trump's acuity, his mental state, and what's going on here with the shutdown?
No. I'm actually referring to some of his social media posts, which didn't seem to make a lot of sense.
The sombrero and the mustache?
Correct. Well, it would seem to me that as the president of the United States, on the brink of a government shutdown, if you actually wanted to bring everyone together to try to get to a resolution in a common sense, bipartisan way, that's not the type of behavior that we would see.
So you said erratic, and I believe you used the word unhinged the other day.
I did.
Are you trying to draw a line between President Trump's acuity, his mental state, and what's going on here with the shutdown?
No. I'm actually referring to some of his social media.
It's weird. My controls are like frozen back here. Having a little glitch in StreamYards. Ugh.
Effectively in Medicaid as we know it, gut parts of the Affordable Care Act. What you essentially are doing by stripping health care away from the American, effectively in Medicaid, effectively.
Oh my God. It just doesn't stop. Oh man. This is the most epic meme season yet. And all the Democrats got is weird chicks like this right here.
Congresswoman, what are you doing? Well, I'm going to put up some missing poster signs because we got some missing people. They fled town or they're missing. We're worried about them. Normally you would stay and show up and deal with things. So something had to have happened to them because they're not here to prevent a shutdown. So I'm going to go put up some posters, see if we find them. Hey, listen, if any of you out there know where they're at, give their offices a call. Tell them to come to work. We're worried about them. Tell them they need to make sure we save health care for the American people.
Boomer Floyd. Ugh. They got nothing. Bunch of hoes mad as far as the eye can see right now.
Worrying about it today. So I want to just thank this delegation for its steadfast resistance to the foolishness that we see coming out of the White House, and to ask decent Americans, no matter what your party affiliation, no matter where you are in this country, put yourself in the roles of these people who are federal workers who are standing behind us. Put yourself in the role of those persons who are living paycheck to paycheck. Put yourself in the position of having worrying about it.
Did he just ask me to put myself in my own shoes? Did this nigga just ask me to walk a mile in my own shoes? Hold up. I'm so thrilled right now. I'm so thrilled. This nigga just asked me to walk a mile in my own shoes. Like, bro, what do you think I've been doing? What do you think I was up to this whole time while you were in Congress and shit, getting $1,000 haircuts? Like, I've been walking in my own shoes, paycheck to paycheck, every day. Put yourselves in the shoes of people who live paycheck to paycheck. Nigga, you talking about me, bruh. The nerve of these niggas, I tell you. I don't even know these niggas no more.
It's deeply offensive that the president is threatening to fire federal workers if we can't reach an agreement without offering any meaningful solutions here. The president continues to threaten those workers, but please know, if you're a civil servant in the state of Maryland, know that we have your back as a team. That's why we're here today, to announce all the ways that our offices can continue to deliver for you each and every day. The federal government might be shut down, but our offices are working. We will answer every phone call. We will respond to it. Deeply.
If you think about it, the federal government is maybe the largest employer in the entire country. If you think about all the people it pays, people who have jobs, people who don't have jobs, if you think about all the people that the government actually pays, the government is like the largest employer in the entire American economy right now. It's crazy. It's like too big to fail. And I saw this is a nice exchange here. We are crushing the woke out of the military and out of the government in general.
Report when your executive director said you wanted to defund the police. Do you renounce this report? Mr. Jackson, do you renounce the report that you authored as executive director? Here it is.
Get a second senator to bring up an op-ed or
this is an op-ed. This is your report, a policymaker's playbook to reduce gun violence without policing communities.
Okay.
Community Justice Action Fund, copyright 2023, when you were executive director. Now you say you don't know anything about it. Now you say that you haven't heard of it, just like the Democrats who all of a sudden say, oh, we're all for the police. They've been advocating defunding them for years.
You know, in a lot of ways, it feels like these professional blacks, they just been kind of running amok with the white man's money. Just unaccountable and no rules or whatever. And now the white man is finally like, listen, you niggas gonna have to treat my money right.
Okay, well, you can look at documents or you can look at
my
results.
question is, do you renounce this report now? You say you no longer read this.
And my answer is that I led the efforts to invest $42 billion in law enforcement.
You've advocated defunding the police as executive director of an organization that you still lead and are affiliated with.
Never see me advocate for that directly. What you see me
So
advocate for
what is this
a
then?
comprehensive approach to reducing
Right.
violence.
The
And we've
comprehensive approach is
recognized that law
defunding the
enforcement
police,
is a
which
part
is
of
what
the
this
ecosystem
says.
the entire time.
This is so typical of what the Democrats do now after your policies have transparently failed and led to the deaths of millions of Americans. Now you say you've never heard of defunding the police. Your own report recommends it on page after page after page. Let me ask about something else you say. Here's what you say we ought to invest in. Instead of funding the police, here's what we ought to invest in. We need to invest in programs that acknowledge the need for safe space initiatives led by lesbian, gay, bisexual, two-spirit, trans, and gender nonconforming people.
That nigga is amazing. Give me 1 second, y'all. I'm like messing around with my controls in the background. I got to do something. I'll be right back.
Programs that acknowledge the need for safe space initiatives led by lesbian, gay, bisexual, two-spirit, trans, and gender nonconforming people. What's two-spirit?
That nigga gay, nigga gay, nigga gay, nigga gay, nigga gay, nigga gay.
Goddamn pussy stretching policies going on.
Well, look, I don't know exactly. You guys are pulling some interesting quotes.
This is from your report.
If you look at the report, the focus is on investing in violence intervention, outreach workers.
What is you
victim
say? You say that you shouldn't invest in the police,
So
but we
if-
ought to
so
invest in
so-
two-spirit community programs that acknowledge two-spirit
Look, we are not going to
individuals.
discriminate
What is
against
that?
We're not going to discriminate against any nonprofit that
What
wants
is
to
a
help us
two-spirit?
prevent violence in
What
our
is
community.
two-spirit?
What is a two-spirit, Mr. Gregory Jackson Jr.? What is a two-spirit? Do you have two spirits? Are you multiple people?
You say don't fund the police, but do fund programs that create safe spaces for two-spirit people. What is? I just want to know. I don't know what that is. I have no idea what that is.
Well, I honestly, I'm not completely aware of the language or
You
the
wrote the
spirit of how that was
report?
written. But what I'm telling you is that what
is?
Nigga, you put your name on this report, bro. You got to own everything inside of it now. That's how that works, man. That's why you had the corner office all those years, bro.
A two-spirit individual. I mean, really, this is your policymakers' playbook. You are the witness called by the Democrats on this committee, so I assume you reflect their views.
Well,
you don't want to fund the police. You want to fund safe spaces for two-spirit individuals. What is a two-spirit person?
I feel like I'm looking at a two-faced individual because you talk about
Oh
reducing
no, sir.
violence.
Did he just go? He just went all black women on him. He really just went all black women. He just went Keisha.
But I want to address this simping allegation. Do I simp for black women? Yes. I love black women. I don't like y'all niggas. This is an easy decision to make. Sorry.
Nigga did a patented Keisha spin move.
You don't want to fund the police. You want to fund safe spaces for two-spirit individuals. What is a two-spirit person?
I feel like I'm looking at a two-faced individual because you talk about
Oh
reducing
no, sir!
violence.
You're looking at somebody who's
You're also
reading you
speaking
your
out
own
against
words, and I'd
violence
like to
through
hear an
recognition
answer.
programs.
Here's the answer. The answer is you don't have any solutions. You want to invest in gobbledygook and take away money from police officers who actually keep our communities safe. And when you're called on the record, you deny it. It's all
We
there in
invested
black
in
and
law
white, and
enforcement.
your
We
record is
invested
there
in
in black and
community-based
white,
solutions.
and it's a disgrace.
We reduced homicides by 31%. And as someone who's been shot and nearly killed, I take offense that you would think that
I
the
take
last
offense
13
that you
years.
Now, Josh Hawley isn't gangster enough to ever go there, but that would have been a perfect moment for niggas get shot every day, B. You all right. You tough, right? We need that in Congress. That would have been a perfect moment for that.
Right, and your record don't have any solutions. You want to invest in gobbledygook and take away money from police officers who actually keep our communities safe. And when you're called on the record, you deny it. It's all there in
invested
black
in
and
law
white, and your
enforcement.
record is there in black and
community-based
white,
solutions.
and it's a
We
disgrace.
reduced homicides by 31%. And as someone who's been shot and nearly killed,
Niggas get shot every day, B. You be all right. You tough, right? Cameron's voice. Telling you, bro. It would have been a perfect moment. That's all we need. Trump would have had the 50 Cent many men moment. Josh Hawley could have had the niggas get shot every day, B. You be all right. He needed that. He would have had all the right-wing street cred he could have ever needed after that. Sometimes you just got to reach out for the brass ring, bro. It's right there. You just got to reach for it. But I want to shift over to the Minister of War talking about fat generals and whatnot. He was kind of pissing everybody off. It was dope. He was in his glory.
This, and I want to be very clear about this, this is not about preventing women from serving. We very much value the impact of female troops. Our female officers and NCOs are the absolute best in the world. But when it comes to any job that requires physical power to perform in combat, those physical standards must be high and gender neutral. If women can make it, excellent. If not, it is what it is. If that means no women qualify for some combat jobs, so be it. That is not the intent, but it could be the result.
Bruh. If she can't shoot, she can't shoot. No chicks in this truck, bro. Niggas about to go to war, so these bitches gonna have to leave.
So be it.
Remember that scene in RoboCop where he ran down on Bob with his two cocaine hookers, and dude walked in like, bitches leave. That's the Minister of War right now. Pete Hegseth, Minister of War, 2025. Bitches leave.
Make it excellent. If not, it is what it is. If that means no women
Shout out to
qualify for
Andre
some
with the
combat
$2.
jobs, so be it. That is
Shout out to Andre. Hit that like button for me, y'all. Shout out to Andre with the $2 super chat. What's good? What's good, man? We are only halfway through the show.
Give me the money. Give me the money, but I will do it. Give me the money.
And then also, I think I saw something just pop up. Oh, yeah, Andre, another $2. My daughter coming to the range with me soon. Hey, teach her how to shoot straight, man. We're not just going to let any broad in the military no more. You got to earn it now.
is not the intent, but it could be the result. So be it. It will also mean that weak men won't qualify because we're not playing games. This is combat. This is life or death. As we all know, this is you versus an enemy hell-bent on killing you. To be an effective, lethal fighting force, you must trust that the warrior alongside you in battle is capable, truly physically capable of doing what is necessary under fire. You know, this is the only standard you would want for your kids and for your grandkids. Apply the War Department Golden Rule, the 1990 test, and the E6 test, and it's really hard to go wrong.
Shout out to the Minister of War.
For too long, we've promoted too many uniformed leaders for the wrong reasons, based on their race, based on gender quotas, based on historic so-called firsts. We've pretended that combat arms and non-combat arms are the same thing. We've weeded out so-called toxic leaders under the guise of double-blind psychology assessments, promoting risk-averse, go-along-to-get-along conformists instead. You name it, the department did it. Foolish and reckless political leaders set the wrong compass heading, and we lost our way. We became the woke department, but not anymore. Right now, I'm looking out at a sea of Americans who made a choice when they were young men and young women to do something most Americans will not, to serve something greater than yourselves, to fight for God and country, for freedom and the Constitution. You made a choice to serve when others did not, and I commend you. You are truly the best of America. But this does not mean, and this goes for all of us, that our path to this auditorium on this day was a straight line, or that the conditions of the formations we lead are where we want them to be. You love your country, and we love this uniform, which is why we must do better. We just have to be honest. We have to say with our mouths what we see with our eyes, to just tell it like it is in plain English, to point out the obvious things right in front of us. That's what leaders must do. We cannot go another day without directly addressing the plank in our own eye, without addressing the problems in our own commands and in our own formation. This administration has done a great deal from day one to remove the social justice, politically correct, and toxic ideological garbage that had infected our department, to rip out the politics. No more identity months, DEI offices, dudes in dresses. No more climate change worship. No more division, distraction, or gender delusions. No more debris. As I've said before, and will say again,
Looks like we're going to war, boys.
Is trying to exert some presidential pressure, but top Democrats are defiant.
For decades, Republicans have consistently shut the government down as part of their efforts to try to extract and jam their extreme right-wing agenda down the throats of the American people.
Already, Trump is targeting blue states in a way that some Democrats claim is an abuse of power. We will get into that and more. But we start tonight with a red alert for the country as federal troops enter more American cities, and Donald Trump suggests that some American citizens are, quote, enemies. Today, Trump claimed that the National Guard is now, quote, in place in Portland, Oregon. This, despite local on-the-ground reporting that National Guard deployment has actually been delayed amid legal challenges. Also today, federal troops are on the ground in Memphis, Tennessee. And Missouri's Republican governor has authorized the National Guard to assist ICE with deportations across the state. All of this comes, of course, just months after Donald Trump deployed troops to Los Angeles and Washington, D.C. And it comes just one day after Trump tried to justify domestic military action, telling Pentagon leaders to, quote, handle the, quote, enemy from within. Take a listen.
To San Francisco, Chicago, New York, Los Angeles, they're very unsafe places, and we're going to straighten them out one by one. And this is going to be a major part for some of the people in this room. That's a war, too. It's a war from within. We should use some of these dangerous cities as training grounds for our military, National Guard. It's the enemy from within, and we have to handle it before it gets out of control.
The Washington Post editorial board.
Before we let her finish, let's take a look at some of those enemies within destroying the country.
No, man.
Responded to these startling developments, writing simply, quote, U.S. cities aren't meant to be military training grounds, and our soldiers didn't sign up to be police officers. That is where we begin tonight. New warnings that Donald Trump's rhetoric and actions about military troops in American cities is escalating at an alarming pace. Joining me now to discuss all of this is Michelle Goldberg, columnist for the New York Times, and Molly Jong-Fast, columnist for Vanity Fair. Both are MSNBC political analysts. Michelle, let's start with you. What is your reaction to the expansion of the military's presence throughout American cities? Is this normal?
I mean, no, it's not normal. I think that, we've been talking a lot about for years, we're on the verge of authoritarianism. We might lose our democracy. I think that we're pretty well here. When you have a president stand up before the entire military and basically say, I want you or you're going to use American cities as training grounds for your foreign wars, when he declares huge swaths of the populace his enemies, when he sends the military to intimidate and potentially crush them, when you have scenes like we had recently in the immigration court building here in New York, you've seen a woman, a mother, thrown to the ground. The agent who did that was briefly fired because there was someone, I guess, in the bureaucracy who thought that was unacceptable and thought wrongly.
Hoes mad, hoes mad, hoes mad, hoes mad, hoes mad, hoes mad.
This is about targeting women of color in the United States of America. Don't tell me, because I didn't get a single apology.
Time has expired.
My life was threatened. Thank you.
Hoes mad, hoes mad, hoes mad, hoes mad, hoes mad, hoes mad, hoes mad.
And thought wrongly. And so the message in some is even worse, because it's actually saying, no, somebody will come to your aid. There was a journalist who was taken out on a stretcher the other day. So it's getting worse and worse and worse. And we're not capable, I think, as a society of reacting appropriately. because, partly because the mechanisms of accountability have shut off. Partly, I think the leaders of the Democratic Party have decided that it has to be healthcare, 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 and that people don't really, that these kind of broader ideas about authoritarianism and democracy don't move the needle. It's interesting that the shutdown fight is about healthcare.
Right.
You could imagine a world where the shutdown fight is about why would we fund your efforts to declare war on us?
So this was my question today, Molly Jong-Fast. There was a New York Times interview with Chuck Schumer, and he's talking about, we are emphasizing that this shutdown is about the Republicans' refusal to give on the health care cuts. But there's so many other things that are happening right now, things that could be about bread and butter economic issues. Why is it healthcare? Why aren't we talking about the fact that the president of the United States is calling people living in blue cities, all of us, the enemies?
Well, and the question is also, why are they making a deal with the Republican Congress that has given up its power? Like, think about these pocket rescissions, right? At the end of the year, you had Republicans claw back $5 billion in foreign aid and funding for PBS after it had been signed into law. So here's the question, how do you make a deal with someone who you can't trust? And I think that is a real big problem. And you saw even Republicans on the Appropriation Committee saying that they need to have solid, buy-in from the Trump administration if they're going to make deals. And so I think
these bitches have been talking long enough. Have you guys ever heard of the great nation of Wiggerstan?
A Uyghur neighborhood, and most of the Uyghurs here have come from the southern province.
Uyghurs speak a language that's similar to Turkish.
Some of my accent come out stronger, or when I talk faster, but did you mean
Much of the region looks and feels like another country.
A Uyghur neighborhood, and most of the Uyghurs here have come from the southern province.
Shout out to all the people from the great nation of Wiggerstan. David, you finally found your people, huh? You didn't even know all this time you had a home. All these years you were just wandering the countryside like that dude from what was that dude, Michael Langdon or whatever? What was that guy who was like some type of angel nigga? I forgot what was the Highway to Heaven? Now you finally found your place. Now you can finally find a home in the great nation up in the mountains of Wiggerstan.
A Uyghur neighborhood, and most of the Uyghurs here have come from the southern province.
Uyghurs speak a language that's similar to Turkish.
Some of my accent come out stronger, or when I talk faster, but did you mean
Much of the region looks and feels like another country.
A Uyghur neighborhood, and most of the Uyghurs.
I just want y'all to understand that I can see green as much as I want to. I can talk about brotherhood, togetherness as much as I want to. But when I take this uniform off and I step outside of any installation, I'm not viewed as a soldier. I'm not viewed as a Sergeant First Class. There's people that view me as an enemy. There are people that view me as less than a human. There are people that treat me like a criminal. There's been times in my life when I've been spoke down on. just based off my appearance, the color of my skin. So you have to understand that those with a conscious mind, we have to find a balance. You understand? And the more enlightenment in which we gain, there's going to be moments in our journey where we get uncomfortable. You understand? So
I am so glad he's going to get fired from the new military. The Minister of War is not having this. You're going to have to shave your beard, nigga. And shut up. We putting hands on niggas now.
Lose warfighters because we failed to train or equip them or resource them. Shame on us if we do. Train like your warriors' lives depend on it, because they do. To that point, basic training is being restored to what it should be: scary, tough, and disciplined. We're empowering drill sergeants to instill healthy fear in new recruits, ensuring that future warfighters are forged. Yes, they can shark attack, they can toss bunks, they can swear. And
we putting hands on y'all, we cursing bitch ass niggas out, we tossing your bunk up. None of this pussy shit no more. I'm tired of you bald head, bearded pussy niggas.
yes, they can put their hands on recruits. This does not mean they can be reckless or violate the law, but they can use tried and true methods to motivate new recruits, to make them the
I like how he just tilted his head and said motivate. Like he remembered somebody getting shoved in a locker right at that moment when he said motivate.
I mean, they can be reckless or violate the law, but they can use tried and true methods to motivate new recruits, to make them the warriors they need to be. Back to basics at Basic as well. We will.
Way too many bitch ass niggas all over the government, all right? Federal, state, local. Way too many bitch ass niggas, man.
I was shocked. I've never been spoken to by a fellow law enforcement officer in such a way.
Broadview Police Chief Thomas Mills says on top of requiring 75% of his department's manpower for crowd control outside of the ICE processing facility in the west suburban city, he was personally, verbally attacked by ICE agents during a protest.
I'm a leader of a department. I know that my office is looking at me for guidance and leadership, and I had to ensure that, I had to stay calm and not engage in such unprofessional behavior.
Chief Mills says he was walking across a skirmish on September 12th, the day this video was shot. He was called multiple expletives by an ICE agent, calling him a coward, accusing him of neglecting his duties during protests that got physical.
You look like he walking away like a bitch ass nigga.
Well, the day this video was shot, he was called multiple expletives by an ICE agent, calling him a coward, accusing him of neglecting his duties.
He crowed. He crowed on the way home. Crowed ass nigga.
During protests that got physical. Mills also telling the I-Team about an incident earlier this week where a pedestrian was hit by a truck near the ICE facility.
Allegedly, a ICE agent struck someone and continued on into their location. And
oh yeah, we do that now, by the way. We totally hit people with cars and keep moving, by the way. All right, fuck your protest. I gotta be to work. I'm gonna hear that shit. This is not 2019 anymore. This is not 2024. This is not 2018. What was it? No, what was the year of the George Floyd protest? Like 2022 or something like that. All of that shit's dead now. We're hitting people with trucks now. This truck don't stop for a BLM flag no more.
And during the course of that, while trying to gather information, there was pepper spray released while my officers right there. They felt the effects of that pepper spray where it altered their vision. They were coughing, and I was on the phone with them, and they had to leave the area so they can decontaminate themselves.
Now, Broadview's mayor has issued a blistering letter to ICE excoriating their actions, saying, quote, Broadview police officers are routinely being exposed to ICE agents' tear gas volleys, forcing them out of action until they recover. Broadview firefighters and ambulance personnel are being exposed. Nearby residents are being exposed. Beleaguered Broadview residents are begging for relief from your center's siege of our neighborhood.
ICE just hitting tear gas. ICE throwing tear gas at everybody, bro. Oh, it's over. It is rough, bro. Stop being a bitch ass nigga, man. You should have locked up the illegals. We wouldn't even have to be here right now. We wouldn't even have to be here doing this if you'd have been doing your job. Now everybody getting hit with tear gas. Nobody know what to do. Hoes mad all over the place, man. Goddamn, what are you gonna do? But we are coming to the end of this thing here. I'm gonna wrap this thing up in a minute. One last thing, though, while we're on that subject, because, you know, ICE is still in Memphis here, and apparently Stephen Miller is in Memphis, too. Stephen Miller is just like, he's just internally motivated to crush liberal dreams. He's been waiting for this moment his whole life. I really do think he's like the weird reincarnation of Goebbels. Like, it really is true. God is like, listen, I have one last plan, but you have to come back Jewish. We can bring the Reich back, but you have to come back as a based, angry Jew.
To the Memphis Police Department, to the officers that I see sitting in front of me, we are about to provide you with a level of support you cannot even imagine. This isn't just a task force. This is a all of government unlimited support operation. ATF, DEA, FBI, ICE, Department of War, every resource we have. And they're not going to be sitting behind a desk at a keyboard. We are sending in real cops with guns and badges to go out with you on the street every single night making arrests. These are people who have taken down drug cartels, kingpins, the worst criminal offenders in the United States, standing with you shoulder to shoulder to shoulder. All we ask from you is to show up at roll call every single night with your brothers and sisters in the federal government and to go out and get the criminals off the street. And if you do that, I pledge to you, we will liberate this city from the criminal element that has plagued it for generations.
How black do you suppose the Memphis Police Department is? 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 85, 90? How black do you think that department is? Because you got to imagine, he's talking to a lot of black folk right now.
You want me on that wall. You need me on that wall.
This is not just a strategy shift. This is an attitude shift. We are not going to live in an environment anywhere where there is a street that belongs to a criminal, where there is a neighborhood that belongs to a gang, where there is any physical space anywhere that belongs to anyone other than the law-abiding citizens and families of Memphis. The idea that there is a square inch of block in this city where a citizen doesn't feel safe is unacceptable.
I mean, for real, like, you niggas gonna have to run your town a little bit better, bro. Now Steven here yelling at niggas and shit.
Take control. Take control of your city.
Space anywhere that belongs to anyone other than the law-abiding citizens and families of Memphis. The idea that there is a square inch of block in this city where a citizen doesn't feel safe is unacceptable. This is Memphis. This is the United States of America, and all that bullshit is done. It's over. It's finished.
All that bullshit is done. This white man come up here to all these black polices and told them all that bullshit is done. It's over. It's finished. The white man said that, y'all.
You teach me all my life that the white man is the devil? Come on, you teach me my whole life that the white man is the devil. Now you tell me it's all right for him to come among us.
Get this nigga out the military right goddamn now. Hey, War Minister, we got one.
That nigga gay, nigga gay, nigga gay, nigga gay, nigga gay, nigga gay.
All right, let me reset. I don't know why we lost audio here. Let me reset. Drop that. I don't know what just happened there.
It seems like what he's kind of saying is, why do white evangelicals struggle with the idea of race? Why do they
Yeah.
struggle with
That's
those
what he's saying.
Europeans that colonized and brought Christianity to the world? It
Yeah,
was,
and why are you constantly apologizing for
Yep.
that and struggling with white guilt?
Like race is a real thing. It's not just a social construct. It's in DNA.
Right, because even the
blood, and bone
conservative
marrow.
guys, when they push back against, BLM and we was kings, and all this kind of like black people are great, and the only things that's ever been bad about them is because they're victims and have been oppressed and blah 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 blah. And so when BLM and wokeness and all that stuff was going on, there were conservatives who pushed back. They were a little cowardly and a little late, but eventually they pushed back. But even the ones who pushed back, they pushed back to say black people aren't that great, but neither are white people. And you're doing identity politics, by saying that I'm black and these are my people, but no one should be doing it. Like the way that it was pushed back against, instead of saying, because what should have been said, and I'll probably get clipped for this, but what should have been said is, hey, cut it out. You need to grow up. Stop throwing a fit. You're throwing a tantrum. Stop being a little boy. You're whining and crying about something that's ultimately your fault.
What this nigga just say to black people? What did this nigga just say to black people?
How do it equivalate?
Yeah. Stop blaming it on other people. It's your fault. Because here's the deal. It's like, well, slavery. The richest black people on God's green earth are African Americans. If slavery never happened, then you would be in a grass hut.
Yeah.
And it's so funny. I was up like really late last night, and I was over on a DJ Witch Doctors panel. And I forgot how that whole thing we got to that topic, but I had told DJ Witch Doctor, hey, you know what, man? Shout out to the ancestors, by the way, man. They took that really chill life right now, man. Life isn't that bad. Life is actually kind of easy. And the ancestors, they did the work so I could be over here vibing and chilling and shit right now, bro. Shout out to the ancestors, man. They really did. They put that work in for real, for real. They were solid for that. They had to think about it for a minute. He was like, you know what? Yeah, that is real.
Right. Well, we need reparations. Your reparations are that you get to live in America. You're welcome. You're welcome.
You get to have the Christian religion.
That's
live
right.
better than your ancestors.
The
ever
greatest
would've.
moment in history for any brown or black country is the moment that the white man's ships arrive on your shore.
Holy shit. We're gonna have to talk about that one. I might have to put a pin in this conversation. We might have to come back and have a full-on discussion about this shit. This nigga talking reckless, man. This white man talking reckless, bruh.
Because he brings the gospel of Jesus Christ. He catechizes you and your children. He brings exports. He brings hospitals, medicine, life expansion increases, GDP and resources increase, medicine increases, and most importantly, you get taught the gospel of Jesus Christ so that you can live longer on earth and then go to heaven instead of hell.
He said, not only do you live longer on earth, you're not gonna burn in hell neither.
Give a nigga a break. Give a nigga a break. How much more can I take? Give a nigga a break. Give a nigga a break. Give a nigga a break. How much more can I take? Give a nigga a break.
That's historically what has happened. That doesn't mean white people haven't sinned. That doesn't mean that they did it all right, that there weren't abusive slave masters, that there weren't, like, that's not to absolve white people of sin. But I'm saying on the big picture, to say, well, black people are victims, black people are oppressed, and white people owe us something, and it's all your fault. That's insane. That's absolutely insane. And here's the deal. I think getting to, the question from start.
I was over on a Fantastic's panel yesterday too. I was like on 3 different panels last night because I had a long drive, a lot of time on the road, and I was explaining to him the hard right shift that's happening in the country. And don't think it's gonna be like some crazy far right jackboot violent fascism takeover thing. Nobody's expecting some kind of Christmas crash out the way they were talking about. That sounds a little bit goofy, but I think you can expect a lot of people to basically when you start talking your blackety black BLM shit, people are gonna basically openly to just say shut up, nigger. That's pretty much what you're gonna hear going forward. Nobody wants to hear that blackety black bullshit. Nobody's gonna no shut up, nigger. I gotta be to work soon. You up here twerking about your rights and shit.
March Manning is a lot of the pushback that eventually conservatives finally mustered enough courage to say is, well, hey, look, can we just agree to a truce and let's just, we just won't talk about race at all.
Right.
There
was mistakes on both
there
sides.
Were mistakes on both sides. Mistakes on both sides. No. That's not actually the solution. White people are sinners who need Jesus. Within white European history, there has been sin that has required the blood of Jesus. But on the whole, for 1,000 years, European people have been worshiping Jesus as sinners, but sinners saved by grace. And on the whole, non-European people, much of the rest of the world, has been worshiping demons.
Did he just say white people mostly go to heaven? Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. He said white people mostly go to heaven. Because even when we be sinning, we still be running from Jesus though. Jesus is gonna forgive us. He gonna forgive us anyway, because we was already, we was cool with him. But you niggas, you never knew Jesus, bro. So you niggas y'all gonna go to hell mostly anyway. Bruh.
Get it again. Okay, I'm gonna say it again. I come in the name of Jesus. Repeat it after me, bitch. I come in the name of Jesus by the power of the Holy Spirit.
History, there has been sin that has required the blood of Jesus. But on the whole, for 1,000 years, European people have been worshiping Jesus as sinners, but sinners saved by grace. And on the whole, non-European people, much of the rest of the world, has been worshiping demons.
Hey, Freeman, she must have recognized he was going to heaven. She's like, oh, look, Fred, one of the good ones.
European people have been building cathedrals. Non-European people have been building grass huts. And for those who are of non-European descent, but live in the Western world, you are exceedingly blessed. And the response shouldn't be, let's push back against wokeness and just say, nobody talk about race. No, the response should be, stop whining. Stop throwing a fit. Get it together. God has blessed you, and he blessed you in large part through white people. So stop.
Chocolate Bunny, I think that's a relative truism. Think about it like this, Chocolate. The last Stone Age people in this world are basically black. We pretty much discovered all them niggas in the Amazon. Between satellites and LiDAR and shit, we pretty much know who's in the Amazon right now. But the last remaining Stone Age niggas are niggas, bro. You make of that what you will. But I don't think they're going to be building rocket ships anytime in the next 1,000 years.
Stop doing it. And also, as for you and your house, do your part to change the FBI crime statistics and stop killing people. That should have been the response.
Now, I think that is the right-wing racial posture going forward. It's basically going to be shut up, nigga, without the N-word. It's going to be a polite shut up.
This makes Jim Crow look like Jim Eagle.
And I kind of think that's a little bit needed at this point. Like the whole left-wing reparations, my people been oppressed game, that shit is it's run its course. We have come to a breaking point now. We don't really need that anymore. It's like living on welfare for too long. Now you got to find out how to get out there in the real world and actually be, of service, provide value, be real people. How about you keep it down with that blackety black stuff, fella? I think that's what we need, man. We need that. We need a little bit of act right, all right? White folk gonna have to give up the guilt. That's what comes next. White folks stop giving up the guilt. And then maybe as a country, we can team up and be racist against other people. The blacks, the whites, the Mexicans, the handful of Asians. We can all team up and be like some kind of America going forward, and then, fuck everybody else, right? Because to be a proper country, you have to have a little bit of fuck everybody else in your heart. There's no other way. You have to believe in your own greatness and nobody else's. Remember that one show? That was a movie where Chris Rock was running for president, and he was running against that one white guy, and the white guy kept saying, "God bless America," and nobody else. Yeah, it's kind of like that. You don't say it out loud, but you mean it, though.
Oh man, hey.
Well, we gotta wrap this one up. I gotta get up out of here. You guys have a great night. Thank y'all so much for pulling up. I will catch you later. I'm about to actually go to work on the overnight, so yeah, one of those. Peace, y'all. We're gonna throw this one in the bag.
Aspiring to be patriarchs like what white men have, that isn't freedom. That isn't going to help anybody. It's certainly not going to help black people.
It's done. It's done. It's done. It's done. It's done. It's done.